Hello guys, what's going on guys? So essentially today is more of a serious video, I guess you could say. So today we'll be talking about getting scammed in Counter-Strike Global Offensive in 2021. Now today there's going to be pretty much no promotional stuff on this video or anything for that matter. We're just going to be talking about the current situation at hand, which is getting scammed. And even people that are around my age in their 20s or people that have been playing Counter-Strike for over 5 years can still get scammed. People can still fall for things. And I want to discuss that today and how to not get scammed and what to look out for, what to not look out for, and stuff like that. So starting off with number one is my Discord. So my Discord channel, if you guys don't know, I have one, over 1,000 people in it, and not everyone is normal. Let's just put it that way. So there are going to be people that are going to be wanting to scam people. Okay, they know there's people that are probably in there that will probably fall for some things. Now, as of today, I'll be making this video on July 17th, which is not going to come out for a few days, but it can handle, it can wait a little while. It's not that bad. No one's getting scammed as of right now. People, my mods mainly, have been sending me links and certain messages with certain people that they've been receiving from people, you know, getting told to deposit their websites or deposit their skins to their website. And I'm feeling that's a big problem. That's a big issue. That's the biggest scam right now that's probably going around, is there's these new websites that are coming out, or these really sketchy Counter-Strike websites that they're asking you to sign into. And for one, I usually don't sign into anything unless it's the websites I already know, because those websites realistically aren't going to be going away anytime soon or probably ever. Websites like Skinport, like Buff, like Bitskins, like CS Deals, those are kind of like the only websites I go to. And for gambling, I don't really condone it. I don't really talk about it too much. I've been offered multiple gambling sponsorships and I'm not going to take them, I don't think, as of right now. And two, I don't really want to promote that on this channel. It's about Counter-Strike updates, and that whatsoever. So if you are going to gamble, the only website that I have used in the past for myself, and also just mainly cashing out, this is where I bought my Battles card Holo, is actually for just $1, and that is Csgo Empire. Those are like the only websites I really use and go on. There probably are some other ones I can't really remember off the top of my head that I do use, but those are the main ones that I would use on a day-to-day purpose, I guess you could say. The main ones I really use is Buff and Skinport, but people are sending them, you know, messages, and possible other people as well, leaving links on Steam. I think people mostly know if you get a comment on Steam, you know, talking about adding me or adding someone else or having a middleman in a trade is usually never the best idea. Doing cash trades, someone always has to send the money first. So if you're doing a cash trade, they send the money to you first. And I like to do things with Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, other coins as well as possible. PayPal is also a decent option. Just make sure they cannot charge back the money, which is also a problem that people are facing currently right now. Also with PayPal, you need so much two-step verification stuff to verify your identity on there now. It's pretty hard to get scammed on PayPal nowadays, but it still happens. So if you're going to be doing the crypto scams, make sure it's gone through all the confirmations possible, like with Bitcoin, how there's multiple confirmations until it's for sure not just plus received in your wallet. It is fully received and gone through every sort of you know, all the confirmations and stuff have gone through. The other things to kind of look out for and I want to talk about are things that people are just, you know, adding people at stuff like check out this new website, or, you know, having new promotional codes on their website saying if you deposit, you know, $100 to our gambling website, you get $300 back, or, you know, stuff like that, or a really sketchy website where they're really overpricing skins. CS Money is also a website I have used in the past that is legit, that I do use on sometimes on certain occasions with stickers on guns. That's usually the only time I'll ever use it, because CS Money sometimes has really overpriced stuff compared to other websites like Skinport, Buff, CS Deals, and such. CS Deals is also a really good website in North America. If you guys don't know, that is relatively pretty cheap. It's more like Buff prices than anything else, and it has a 1% sales fee if you also have CS Deals in your name. So not a bad offer on that one, but they don't have a lot of selection compared to Skinport, which that's another reason why I use Skinport over CS Deals half the time if I'm buying stuff. If I'm selling, sometimes I'll use CS Deals for certain things, but the problem with CS Deals also is there's not enough people on there. So if you're trying to really overprice something on there, usually most of the time people that are using it are pretty smart and they're not going to pay that much for over it. So that's why you can use Skinport and other websites like that, and such as Buff, to, you know, price things a little higher that people will pay because they know what they're buying. So stay away from things that sound too good to be true. If you guys don't know, and you can always add someone in our Discord, one of the mods. Worst case scenario, you know, if you really don't know, or, you know, whatever, it's probably a no. And if no one can answer you, it's usually most of the time a no. It's usually a scam. If someone says, you know, deposit a certain amount, you get a certain amount back. Or what I've seen mostly happen with these sort of situation and scams is people will go to deposit their skins on a website, right? This is what will happen. They'll deposit their skins, do all the confirmations, and then what will happen for them to withdraw their skins or for example, if they made $40 or $50, for them to withdraw their skins that they just deposited as their hard-earned dollars in skins, they have to gamble, let's just say $200, a total of $200. They don't have to win $200. They don't have to lose $200. But for them to get their coins or whatever currency they have on their website, diamonds, Csgo diamonds or something, not scammy, they have to gamble $200, which is a problem because they're probably going to lose that $200 because the site to begin with is already probably rigged, because the majority of gambling websites, from what I know, are probably pretty much rigged. The casino, you're already going in against bad odds at that situation. Same thing goes with online because there's a lot less regulations with that stuff online. The last thing I kind of want to talk about for getting scammed, I would say mainly is API scammed. So a lot of people don't even know about this existing. And I say majority of older players in CS probably know about this, but the newer people probably don't. And that is getting API scammed. So being and getting API scammed essentially is you signing into Steam. And if you don't have a certain window saying you're signing into Steam and you're getting taken to a really weird website, and especially if you don't, essentially you're going to be logging in and it's not going to be linked to Steam whatsoever, but it is at the same time because you'll be logging in with it. So you got to be careful with what you're logging into with Steam. I always don't log into certain websites or random websites I don't really know much about, even if someone's talked about it. Quite a bit on, some sort of anything. Reddit, especially. Reddit is somewhere I do not trust a lot of things that I hear. Neither does the entire internet. I have to see someone do it myself, especially someone with a decent amount of subscribers or followers on the internet, like myself or someone like Anomaly, someone like that, to test something out like that before I would do it to get some sort of confirmation that it is real. What happens if you get API scammed? Essentially, if you go to send a trade to someone on Steam, essentially what's going to happen is they're going to reverse that. So what's going to happen, and they're going to change their name very quickly in their profile picture to look like the person you're trying to trade with, such as a buff bot or something like that. And you'll go to send the item to them, confirm it, whatever. Like, that's why most trading websites and gambling websites now have the date when the account was made and firstly produced for this exact reason. So what's going to happen in this point in time, right, is they're going to be sending that trade to them. And it's going to keep happening until you don't know. So if you're sending upwards of $10,000 in skins to buff, for an example, because you want to deposit them to sell or trade with someone else on there, you're getting scammed at that given point in time because you signed in wrongly or not the correct way to a different random website a little while ago that you forgot about. So that's one of the last things I want to talk about. It's just don't get scammed. It's pretty easy not to get scammed in 2021, but there are situations like this, okay, that you can get scammed. And if you don't know, look around on other websites. I have made previous videos on the channel, how to use Buff, how to use Skinport, how to use, what are the third-party websites that I use the most, or the most trustworthy ones in North America and Europe that have the best selling fees, all the buying fees and stuff like that as well. I've made a video like that, and I've made a video also covering the withdraw sites, Bitskins, CS Deals, CS Money possibly, even CSGO Empire, which is the only gambling website I've actually had on a video, not sponsored. None of these websites are, besides Skinport, which is my sponsor that I've used for a little while for buying and selling because they have a lot of inventory and stuff like that. But CSGO Empire, only website for actual gambling that I've ever used that's legit, and I can see that the odds are somewhat fair, and the owner of it actually is fair. And actually cares about the people on it because he does actually talk to people on Twitter, and he has called out pretty much every big website for gambling that is not legit and every website that isn't legit for CSGO skins, selling, buying, stuff like that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this helpful tip video. I don't think this is going to do too well, but I think people need to hear this, and this is a video that's needed to be made for a little while, and I just don't want to hear anyone getting scammed anymore because there's really no need or reason to have it happen. Obviously, I have had people come to me on these type of videos saying they've been scammed and they're watching it now. So I feel bad for you, but once you're scammed, which I have once actually been scammed a few years ago, for people that are wondering and that do care, that have been watching this far into the video, I have been scammed a few years ago. Someone from CSGO Wild had 30K followers on Twitter. Long and behold, he wasn't actually part of CSGO Wild, which was an old gambling website that the FaZe boys owned back in the day. And this was in 2017, so this was a little while after they stopped owning it, about a year, I guess you could say, after it being up. And I traded my Butterfly Knife Knight for probably around $500 to him at the time. So that probably would have been worth a few $100s more by now at this point, or at least when the market was at an all-time high. Essentially, I sent it to him for a skin that he was checking if he had. The first one he didn't have. The second one apparently he did have in his account. So I sent it to him thinking that I would get a knife back, but we didn't do a one-to-one trade, which was really, really stupid. I saw my knife in his account. Steam support could do nothing because they can't do anything anymore because of duplication glitches that people did back in the day. So essentially someone would try and trade with somebody and they'd say they got scammed, and it would end up being their friend, and then they'd just run away, sell the knife, or they get 2 of the knife. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. Hope you guys have a great day. Stay positive, stay sexy. Peace out, guys.